would like to invite up the leadership team of the Independent Club of Colonia. Gentlemen, who would like to speak first? Mr. Glenn Morgan, round of applause.
It's an emotional day too. And I just want to try to keep it real short. Knowledge is the key. And that's what we're here to do. It's to share this knowledge with you. And I just appreciate the fact that you're even here. And let the program begin.
Now, I also know Mr. Hall as a parent. I had his wonderful daughter at Colonia High School, very talented young lady, and was always someone who was a tremendous supporter of our schools going back to my days as vice principal of Colonia High School. Mr. Hall, come on up and thank you for all that.
Thank you, Principal Short. I'm totally amazed, but you can certainly see the direction that Woodbridge Township is going in when you have this student body here and how well each and every one of you spoke. I mean, it's just amazing, so thank you for that. And it starts with the top, and that would be our Honorable Mayor Johnny McCormick, and to have Dr. Massimino here. Dr. Massimino, since he's taken over as the superintendent of Woodbridge Schools, doesn't miss an event. And anything we give, whether anybody around the township gives, if he can be a part of it, he'll be there. So it's a pleasure to have you, and thank you very much. I'd like to just give you a little history on the Independent Club of Colonia, and I'm going to read this because it's kind of a lot, but I'll do it quickly. The Independent Club of Colonia, you've probably passed by this building in your travels and wondered, who exactly is the Independent Club of Colonia and what do they do? Well, I'm glad you asked. So let's start from the beginning. The name Independent Club of Colonia is not a political reference or political posture. We are a non-political, non-partisan organization. In the mid to 1940s, a local group of African Americans who resided in the Colonia section of Woodbridge Township decided to establish a nonprofit organization within the community. The purpose of the club, as stated in Article 2, section of the Constitution, which states, "We of the Independent Club of Colonia, Inc. form this club for the purpose of promoting civic betterment of the members thereof and to promote civic and recreational activities which will benefit the physical and moral welfare of the members and of the community." Meetings of the club were held at homes originally. However, the membership continued to grow and they needed a larger place to host the events. And it was challenging at the time because of the racial inequalities that took place. So we needed a space of our own. So the executive committee decided that in order to further the mission of the Independent Club of Colonia, it would need to secure a building of its own. A building that would be used for meetings as well as educational and social gatherings. It would serve as a safe haven for African Americans whereby no community member would be excluded because of their race. In 1949, the Independent Club of Colonia was officially incorporated. In 1953, the building that you see today that we're in was erected on the grounds of 149 Delaware Avenue, corner of West Maple Street in Colonia, directly across from the middle school. Now, the construction of the building was not completed by a well-known construction company, but rather by its members. They were a group of black men and women who considered it a labor of love. And in 1949, the charter members signed the original Constitution, establishing an organization in the community. The Independent Club of Colonia, Inc. is fondly referred to as the clubhouse. A lot of people will go by and say, oh, the Independent Club of Colonia, those that have been here from the beginning just refer to it as a clubhouse. It's an historical landmark and is said to be one of the oldest Woodbridge Township organizations still in existence. Since 1949, years later, the clubhouse is still committed to the mission and ideals of the Founding Fathers. The legacy has been carried on by the children and grandchildren of the original members, who are just as dedicated and committed to helping and promote the shape of a unique, diverse community that strives for excellence. The Independent Club of Colonia, Inc. is proud to celebrate over 70 years of serving our community. The Independent Club of Colonia, Inc. is a Black historical organization within the township of Woodbridge. And we wouldn't be here without the current administration. Actually, the building lied dormant for almost 20 years. In 1999, we resurrected it and we started the organization back, and it's since then it's grew. But without the current administration, the Honorable Johnny McCormick, his administration, and people such as Principal Short and Dr. Massimito, along with Kyle Anderson, the superintendent of Middlesex County Schools, and Vito Samaluca, Carl Ehrlich, John Haggerty, all of them have helped and assisted us, including the council people who get involved in everything we do. Now, I would be remiss, but I'd have to bring you up to date on one more historical point. In 2010, 13 years ago, we sat in a meeting and we discussed what could we do to further our mission and help the community. And it was brought to their attention by one individual, a young lady, and she said, how about giving a Black History celebration? And thus, it took place. We all agreed that was a great idea, but who was going to do it? And everyone pointed to the person who suggested it. That person is Audrey Hall, my wife, and she's sitting in the back of the room. So as much as I stand here and I get a lot of accolades and get publicized for doing great things, there's always, and they say this, behind every great man is a greater woman, and that is my case, and it's also Glenn's case. But without Audrey and her vision, we would not be here today. She has truly been and is and will always be the wind beneath my wings.